plays over the middle of the field. Is there something you
Right.
see that's not working? Or?
Well, you know, part of it is just getting pressure on the quarterback. Sometimes if we take a better angle on a blitz, might get to the quarterback before the ball gets thrown. Some of those times, I mean, and you can play too deep when you're blitzing too, so it's not necessarily just old school cover two out there sometimes. But we've got people that are underneath that need to be walling defenders and safeties that got to react on balls that are thrown either down the middle or to the side. I thought we reacted better to balls on the side today. I thought we got there more often and we're closer in coverage than we were in the past. But as you mentioned, down the middle a couple times, we were just vulnerable, and we just have to keep getting better at that.
Coach, what do you think it is about this rivalry? These guys, I mean, was it the last 4 years it's been a possession?
Oh, I know, it's been amazing. Well, what's amazing is we won them all, at least the last 5 in a row, and I don't know, it's just so important to both teams early in the year, trying to get in the race. And you know, most times everybody's healthy, everybody's excited, everybody's still in contention. You know, some games you play with certain teams at the end of the year, and if they're out of contention, it's a little bit different attitude than if you'd have caught them game 2, 3, 4. But the thing I see in Tennessee right now is very athletic guys. I said it earlier in the week. Very athletic. They play hard. They play fast. Anything that you can accomplish as a coach, in my opinion, they're accomplishing it as far as effort, conditioning, what they're doing schematically. They're very sound in their special teams. I mean, they're just good in all phases, and they're going to get better and better as the year goes on. We're probably fortunate to play them early on.
Mark, what'd you see on that fumble, non-fumble that Lorenzo picked up? They pull it dead?
I don't know which one we're talking about. Which one?
The second quarter or first quarter when Lorenzo picked up the ball and seemed to take it to the house?
Just about their side.
I think the one they didn't review,
Right.
I think what they were saying was the guy got knocked back before progress stopped.
So they whistled it?
And they must have. That was the only thing that I saw, because I think I saw it once on the big screen. And obviously the ball was out before he hit the ground, so it had the only other thing it could have been is they felt like he got knocked back, his momentum had been stopped, and that's why he was down by momentum rather than the ground.
Part of the,
Safe to say this was his best game so far in the first 3-4 games?
You know what? He must have done great stuff, because y'all are talking about it. So, yes, it was his best game so far.
How do you come away overall with your overall view of the defense? Because this, you know, they made some great
Oh, they
plays in this
did.
game, especially in the second half.
Very
They also
encouraged.
let them up a few.
Yeah, you know what? It's a team game, and there were some great things offense did, and there's some not so great things. Same thing, I kind of started out that way. I think special teams did some great things, then we did some things that weren't very great. And coaching-wise, we did some smart things and some pretty bad things too. So we all got issues, and we all got to get better. But I like the fight of the defense. I loved it when, you know, momentum could have got away from us when we turned the ball over. They got no points. It's hard to get 0 points when you turn the ball over where we turned it over, and then to score a touchdown and win by 3. I think they did good.
I think McKenzie kind of gave you your first big play today with his return. He also,
Right.
I think, fair caught one on the 5. Is he kind of an adventure that's...
Well, not really. We want to keep him from being an adventure, and it was that play, but that was a coaching mistake. In that situation, we should have only had one safety back, and the guy getting all the work back there to make those types of decisions has been 80. I mean, Isaiah's gotten some practice, but the guy that we want back there making those decisions is 81, Reggie Davis, and we didn't have him back there. We had twin safeties back there. We were actually going after the kick. We were trying to block the kick, and by trying to go after the kick, all of our blocks had twin safeties. But we didn't think, well, what if we were going after it and they're kicking inside the 10 possibly? We didn't cover that. That's my fault. And so, you know, we had 2 guys back there and one guy that wasn't very experienced at it.
Coach, can you talk a little bit?
After Gurley turned over the guy, you had on that same series, he was out again.
No, I didn't pull him out ever in the game. We do have a lot of faith in Nick, got a lot of faith in Sonny and Keith, even our big boy Brendan Douglas. So especially that time of game, we got some really good pounding runners that we think secure the ball well. So
that would have been him just taking himself.
he probably was just gassed. That'd be my best guess. I'd have probably been a little tired after that too. I don't know what carry that was. It's probably somewhere in the 22, 23, 24 range.
Coach, on that last drive, you kind of were able to salt the game away, even though there was only a couple
Huge.
minutes left. You got a couple first downs. You mentioned that in the past a lot. You know, talk to me just about how big that was for this team.
It's really great when you can do that because the other team is going to do everything they can to stop the run. They're going to sell out, and are we brave enough to drop back and throw it or throw it out in the flat to the fullback, or we just say we're going to force them to use timeouts, we're going to keep the ball in, and say even if you don't get a first down, force them to use as many timeouts as possible, and then play defense. And so, you know, it was a very interesting call for them when there was a holding and the ball was down, made it 4th and whatever. And I think if they'd have taken the penalty, we would have got another 25 seconds that could have run off. So I don't think he wanted that to happen. But now we're down there close, too close for a punt, obviously. I'm not kicking a field goal right there because anything can happen, and you're still only up by 6. So I think our only choice was to try to get the first down. If we didn't get it, they get the ball. They get a chance to launch it down there, get in field goal range, and go to overtime. So I was just very impressed with our guys being able to get that last first down, and had to have Gurley with the ball in his hands right then.
Coach.
Isaiah, like he was coming out, and like he got a single from Douglas.